ghostwriter of boxing, man. Welcome to Casual Boxing Talk, man. So, man, Terrence Bud Crawford is hanging him up. Man, yo, what a career, but what a career from this dude, though, Slim. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get Terrence Crawford his props, but I'm going live today because I want to know how y'all feel about how Bud should be ranked. Because I feel we got robbed a little bit of the Terrence Crawford era of boxing. That's just my personal opinion. I feel we got robbed. Hey, hold on one second. Yes. Trying to hold that man back for a long time, you know, and he's definitely a motivational story. Salute to Millen Films, man. And I, for one, am sad to see him go, man. Boxing need more niggas like Terrence Crawford, Slim. Boxing, Terrence Crawford is exactly what boxing needed. And keeping it real, like, look at his legacy. PBC avoided that man for years with that side of the street bullshit. His own promoter, Bob Arum, denied him the legacy fight of Manny Pacquiao. Wouldn't give him the Pacquiao fight. Wasn't because Pacquiao was scared, and the damn sure wasn't because Terrence Crawford was scared. Bob Arum wouldn't let that happen. Real talk. Life is good. What's good, man? Boom, boom, boom. Yo, I'm coming back on tonight for sure. I definitely am. Life is good, but I wanted to get in because we was talking about Terrence Crawford yesterday, right before the news of him retiring broke. So I just wanted to speak on it, man, because I'm gonna cut something to it. But where do y'all put Terrence Crawford at, man? Because I feel his legacy was attempted to be sabotaged, and he won in spite of that. Because he accomplished some incredible things in the sport of boxing. All facts, man. Because like I say, his own promoter was denying him legacy fights. Bob Arum wasn't gonna give him the Pacquiao fight, but he gave him Joe Horn. You feel me? Crazy work, man. But yeah, Terrence Crawford, a bad man, yo. Bad man, man. Fire legacy. I gotta put him top 5, pound for pound. And the way I do it, right, I don't put heavyweights in the pound for pound. Heavyweights got their own ranking, the way I get down with it. So, I mean, let's go down the list. Like, let me. What you talking about? Life is good. I got him top of the era. I can't put him above fighters in the past because they didn't fight each other. Yeah, but he was ducked, man. PBC ducked him for a while, bro. They ducked him because he was with Top Rank, and Top Rank wouldn't give him Pacquiao. I don't know why the hell they refused to get that man the Pacquiao fight. They could have gave him Pacquiao before they gave Joe Horn Pacquiao. That was supposed to be him whipping up on Pacquiao, not Joe Horn. You feel me? And that was crazy work, in my opinion. In my opinion, insane, crazy work. Ludicrous, ridiculous. Like, fucked up what Bob Arum did to that man, bro. Paid him well, but, denied him a legacy fight. So he went and took his own legacy fights. You know what I'm saying? He went in like fake signed up with PBC and burned their house down. Boom, boom. Brooklyn Goat, what's good? Top ranked Toby. Hilarious. Jay, what's good? Are you from Oakland? Nah, I ain't from Oakland, man. I'm from DC. But I love Oakland though. Got much love for the Bay. Real talk. Life is good. Top Rank didn't want a black man to beat up their cash cow. They gave him to Joe Horn though. Crazy work. Crazy work. Ruckus Kelly saying Crawford sucks. Cap. We talking boxing skills. Like I skill wise, Crawford is an all time GOAT, baby. Like you undeniably so. Ambidextrous, brawler, who was a skilled boxer, like classic boxer puncher, who would love to brawl, had that dog in him. It's one a lot of flaws in his game, bruh. One a lot. This man was a problem. We totally missed the Terrence Crawford era of boxing. We totally missed it, bro. Yeah, Ruckus. Come on, man. Ruckus Kelly. I can't go. I can't go with that one, bro. Boom, boom. Yo, Jay from the Bay. Prince Nassim, huh? Prince Nassim had a run, but I mean, what you mean by Prince Nassim, though? What you mean by Prince Nassim? Different era, you know? Boom, boom. Ruckus Kelly. Can't wait to see Jake Paul lose to Anthony Joshua. Yeah, he should. He should get devastated. I don't think Joshua bullshitting with him, man. I think Joshua coming to hurt him. All facts. One deep. What's good? What's good, baby? Yo, so, but yo, I want to know how y'all rank. Like, I'll throw some names out there. Is Terrence Crawford better than Manny Pacquiao? Is Terrence Crawford better than Manny Pacquiao? I'm gonna have to say yes. Unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna have to say yes. Because you know they throwing Manny up there. You know, I think Terrence Crawford's better than Manny Pacquiao. Ruckus Kelly saying, hell no. Nah. Life is good. Say Bud made me a believer when he beat the brakes off Spence. Exactly. He burned that whole PBC house down, bro. He went in there and he made them pay for ducking him all those years. All facts. Ruckus Kelly laughing. What you laughing? Yo, I think he better than Pacquiao, Slim. I really do. Really do. Like, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Life is good. Manny fought better opponents, though, right? But that's my point, right? Because of the way Terrence Crawford was feared and ducked, we got to go off what he did when he was given the opportunity. And we got to go off his skill sets. And he has like an elite skill set. His tool bag is ridiculous. And I would say his tool bag alone will make him successful in any era of boxing. Even that illustrious 90s, 80s, 90s era. He would have been the man in that era too. One deep. Bud is way better than Pac-Man. I would have to say, Manny had, so I feel 8 division champion versus 3 division undisputed. So if we going off of that, and then we going off of skill sets, and then we going off of win-loss record, I got to say he's better than Pacquiao. David Lynch, what's good, man? You see I'm cutting out? How's it right now? Hold on, let me make sure this junk don't overheat. Hold on. Hold on. We ain't gonna cut out. We ain't gonna let that happen. Not today. Boom. Yo, David Lynch. I'll make sure that shit don't happen. Prime Roy Jones versus Prime Bud. Roy Jones beats anybody in his prime, bro. There's never been nothing like Roy Jones. But that's the thing. I can't say, if we talking skills, I can't say Bud is better than Roy Jones. Like, I personally think Roy Jones is underrated. And I think ever since the Tarver laws, people have been holding that against him and like shitting on the rest of his legacy. But Prime Roy Jones was one of the baddest men to ever lace up boxing gloves. So I don't got him over Roy Jones. I'm getting to that. See, like, I got him over Pacquiao. I don't got him over Roy. Yo, Derek saying Pretty Boy might have given him that work. And that's the thing too. At what weight would he fight Floyd, right? Because at 35 and 40, he fighting Pretty Boy. At 47 and 54, he fighting Money. So it'll be 2 different Floyds he facing. So Bud against Pretty Boy, I ain't got nobody beating Pretty Boy at 35 or 40, and that includes Terrence Crawford. I ain't got Terrence Crawford beating Pretty Boy Floyd. And like, so I ain't got him better than Pretty Boy. And honestly, I ain't got him better than Money. Because Money beat a better version of Canelo than he beat. So he ain't better than Roy Jones, in my opinion, and he ain't better than Floyd, Money, or Pretty Boy Mayweather. Life is good. Your opinion. Definitely not way better. You're saying way better. That's an emotional. Oh, you talking about what 1 Deep is saying? Yeah. Boom, boom. Ruckus Kelly, what's next for Bud anyway? He retired, bro. Bud's retired, my guy. Yeah, it's a wrap on Bud. It's a wrap on Bud. Done pissed Turkey off, right? Cause remember what Turkey told him. Don't retire, boy. Don't retire, boy. Remember that when Bud was on the elliptical right before the Canelo fight? Turkey waving that finger in his face. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell a nigga Bud what to do. A nigga like Bud, you ain't gonna tell him what to do, Slim. Like by Turkey doing that, he just assured himself that Bud gonna do the opposite of whatever he want. That's the type of dude Bud is. Yeah, Ruckus, he hung up the gloves yesterday. He said he's retiring. And I think that's about two, because Canelo wants to rematch him, and Bud said 100 million. I don't think they got back at him on that 100 M's. And he like, you know what's the use? If you're not gonna pay me 100 M's, why am I rematching Canelo and let y'all sabotage my legacy? I lead the game right now. I'm in this conversation about am I the GOAT? Because who else is 3 division undisputed in the 4-belt era? Real talk. Your favorite barber, what's good, man? I love Roy. He's my favorite. He's my favorite living legend. But he took some bad losses. Yeah, that was late in his career. We talking prime Roy. Before, like, I feel he should have retired as a heavyweight and just left it. It would have been no doubt Roy Jones Jr. is the like a too long. Yeah, I think I broke up on that. So I'm gonna say it again. Like a lot of fighters, Roy Jones stuck around way too long. That's why I'm not mad at Crawford for hanging him up after the Canelo win. Roy Jones should have hung him up after the Ruiz win when he became a heavyweight champion. You know, Jay Prince was trying to make that Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson fight back then too, which was crazy work in my opinion. And I think Roy was wise not to fight that version of Mike Tyson because Mike would have knocked him out. You think Tarver knocked him out? Imagine what Mike would have did. Woo, wouldn't have been pretty. You would only be able to dance for so long for Mike touch that chin, Roy. So you ducking Mike at heavyweight when you were in your prime was a smart move. Smart move. But like I say, I ain't got Crawford better than Roy. I ain't got him better than Floyd. Now let's go now. Let's keep going. Is he better than Canelo Alvarez? I'm gonna have to say yeah. I'm gonna have to say yeah. He beat Canelo Alvarez. But not only that, like 3 division undisputed. Canelo was undisputed. He took all Canelo's belts in one swoop. Right? Canelo multi-division champion too. Yeah, he multi-division champion. He went up to 75. He did all that, but you know, I'm gonna have to give him the edge over Canelo. WMS. Roy's prime was ending when he was chilling at light heavy, even before the Ruiz fight. That's when his speed and athleticism was at its peak. Yeah, he should have became heavyweight champ of the world and left the game. We'd still be calling him like nobody would say Floyd. If Roy had done that, we wouldn't Floyd wouldn't be as goated as he is right now had Roy left the game. Because that would be a comeback for everybody. Like, how you gonna say Floyd when you got Roy Jones right here? He's also undefeated. He ain't undefeated in 50-0, but he went from middleweight to heavyweight champ of the world, undefeated. Like, yeah. So I mean, life is good. Roy was juiced up at heavyweight. They all juiced up, fam. Life is good. They all juiced up. Like I say, they don't get mad because you're dirty. They get mad because you got caught. Ruckus Kelly. Alvarez is one of the GOATs. Canelo's one of the GOATs. So what I'm saying is, Bud got GOATs on his resume. Real talk. Bud got GOATs. He beat one of the GOATs. So I ain't mad at him for bowing out undisputed, beating one of the GOATs. So I'm saying, so I got him over Manny. I got him over Canelo. I don't got him over Roy, and I don't got him over Floyd. Either version of Floyd. Who else? Who else? Ben Baker, what's good, fam? Say, how do I think Bud would have done against Zab Judah? I think Bud would have beat Zab Judah. Bud would have beat Zab Judah, bro. Yeah, that would have been a good fight. I got Bud over Zab Judah, though, all day. How do y'all rate Bud against Sugar Ray Leonard? How y'all rate Bud against Sugar Ray Leonard? Let me know. Your life is good. That would have been a good fight, right? Yeah. So Terrence Crawford versus Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, at 47, Bud was at his best at 47. He knocked everybody he fought out at 47. Everybody he stopped at 47. But Ray Leonard at 47 was a cold-blooded killer. Was a cold-blooded killer. That would be one hell of a fight, man. Boom. Dr. Dreadlock, Bud versus Hagler. Who you got, Scooter? Yeah, that 160, Bud versus Hagler. That'll be a classic. Ooh. I ain't got too many people beating Marvin Hagler at 60. See, Bud never fought at 60. He went straight to 68. I think Hagler would have been a problem for him, but he would have been. They both switch hitters. Bud and Hagler, two switch hitters. I think that's a pretty even matchup, honestly. I would edge that to Hagler, though. I would give Hagler the edge in that, but that'd be one firefight, bro. That would be a firefight, bro. That'd be a firefight, though. I can't, because at 160, though, right? And Hagler lost to Sugar Ray Leonard at 60 because Hagler was trying to fight Ray's fight. So that's why I can't just like give it to Hagler, because I seen Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler with footwork, elusiveness, outpointing him, and that was a damn good fight. Should have been a rematch. And Bud is totally capable of doing what Sugar Ray did to Hagler. So I don't know, man. Like that right there, I can't call it. Bud versus Hagler, I can't call it. Cause it's very two switch hitters, two boxers who could brawl. I mean, two genius level boxing IQs. Like I can't call it, bro. But then we look at Sugar Ray versus Bud. Oh. I'm gonna have to give the edge to Sugar Ray Leonard. My bad, Bud, but I'm gonna have to do it. I got to get Sugar Ray Leonard the edge over you. And this is where level of competition comes into play. Sugar Ray Leonard got down for his. I do got you over Thomas Hearns though. I do have Terrence Crawford over Tommy. Yeah, Derek, I got Terrence Crawford beating Tommy Hearns. Even though Tommy Hearns was a killer. Thing about Hearns, once you checked his chin, it was a wrap. I think Bud would have eventually checked his chin. I got Bud over Roberto Duran too. So out of the original four kings, I can't call it with Hagler, even though I might get an edge to Hagler, and I ain't got him over Sugar Ray. So right now, I'm looking at got him over Manny, got him over got him over Canelo. I ain't got him over Floyd. I ain't got him over Roy Jones, and I ain't got him over Sugar Ray. Who else? Y'all give me some goats. Y'all give me some goats. Who would y'all put Bud? I mean, like, which these goats y'all think Bud could rock with? And I ain't mad at y'all if y'all pick Hagler and Hearns over him. Even Duran, I can't be mad at y'all. But I got him. I definitely got him over Duran. I got him edging out Tommy over the strength of chin. And with Hagler, I can't call it. I can't call it. But that's how good Bud is. You know what I'm saying? Like we let today's political era of boxing rob us of a lot of legacy fights featuring Terrence Bud Crawford. And because of the way he handled that and became 3-division undisputed, I'm not going to hold that against Bud. I'm not going to hold it against him. He's definitely goated. Ronnie Wells say, only Floyd, huh? Life is good. Scooter, it must be the green and the water. Ain't no way Bud beating Prime Hearns and Durant. I mean, like, I'm judging from skill sets, bro. Durant with like, Durant at 47 wasn't beating Bud. I don't think so. Only way Durant would beat Bud if they had it at lightweight. And Terrence Crawford did start at 35. So I would give Durant the edge at lightweight. I would give him the edge at lightweight. But I've seen Durant chin checked, right? And I seen Hagler take it easy on him at 54. Hagler took it easy on him because Hagler respected him for what he did to Leonard. But I seen Tommy Hearns knock that man slam the fuck out. I mean, flatline. I seen Tommy Hearns flatline Durant, bro. And we talking Tommy Hearns, we talking offensively a monster. Right hand from hell, right? Long, skilled. His weakness was his chin. And I think Bud is skilled enough to check that chin. That's why I got him over Hearns. But I can't call it with Hagler. And I kind of give Hagler the edge. But I definitely ain't got him over Ray. All right. Y'all want to go old school? Let's go real old school. Oh, you saying Joe Calzaghe? I got him over Calzaghe. One deep. I got him over Calzaghe. Ben Baker. I believe Terrence Crawford should have been on PBC than top rank. We would have got a lot of legacy fights. We would have seen the Terrence Crawford era had he signed the PBC. We would have seen that because he would have got those fights early. Life is good. I know Hearns was that dude, bro. I know. 6 feet, wingspan, the length of a Cadillac. Yes. Yes. I'm giving him all that. Offensive juggernaut. Thomas Hearns was an offensive juggernaut. Right? Mean. Deadly. But his weakness was his chin. I'm just telling you, I think Bud would have checked that chin eventually. We saw what happened when Ray checked the chin. We saw what happened when Marvelous checked that chin. 901 Dre. It's hard to compare the eras. The old fighters was way more mean. Yeah, they was, bro. Yeah, they was. I think Terrence Crawford got that level of meanness in him, though. Life is good. Calzaghe was a bad mofo. He beat the hell out of Left Hook Lacey and old B Hop and an old Roy. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna give Calzaghe credit for beating B Hop and Roy, even though he beat them. He beat them when they was washed. He beat washed versions of both them dudes. Calzaghe beat a washed B Hop and a washed Roy Jones, Slim. Roy Jones had been knocked out a few times by the time Calzaghe got around to him. So, I mean, like, that dude was... So, Calzaghe was good. Like, I ain't taking nothing away from him. I don't think he beats Terrence Crawford, though. A prime Terrence Crawford. Give me Terrence all day. All day, baby. Yeah, Ben Baker. We would have seen him fight Errol a lot earlier. A lot earlier. Real talk. You said today's fighters is soft, huh? Life is good. Terrence Crawford ain't soft, though. Terrence Crawford is far from soft. He's the opposite of soft, right? So, how y'all got Terrence Crawford against Sugar Ray Robinson, though? Terrence Crawford against Sugar Ray Robinson. Who y'all got? This is a good one. This is a real good one. Real talk, life is good. Bud a dog. Who you got against Terrence Crawford versus Sugar Ray Robinson? 713 Scarface, Chavez Senior versus Bud. I got Bud over Chavez, bro. I got Bud over Chavez. Life is good. You got Sugar Ray Robinson over Bud. I can't be mad at you. Derek got Robinson. I can't be mad at you. Can't be mad at you. Equal levels of dog. Real talk. That would be one fantastic fantasy fight. Rob James. We discussed that earlier. He's saying great fight at Crawford, but who's he beat? Errol Spence compared to Floyd, Andre Ward. I mean, oh man. Eddie Kane. Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane. Yo, man. Bud versus Andre Ward. That's a good one. That's a chess match. That's a chess match. I'm gonna give Bud the edge on that. I'll give Bud the edge over Ward. Yo, Blim Knowledge. You saying that would have been a trilogy between him and Sugar Ray Robinson? I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree, bro. Derek, what about Prime Whitaker over Bud? Woo, that would have been a chess match. I would have gave it to Bud over for aggression, though. I would have gave Bud I would give Bud over Sweet Pea for aggression. Sweet Pea would catch him, but Bud would catch him too. It would be a great fight. I would say Bud edge it out at 47. At 35, it's a tougher fight. Joaquin, what's good, man? At 35, it's a tougher fight, though. Triple G versus Bud, Rob James. That's a good one. That's a good one. The way Bud handled Canelo, I'd have to give it to Bud, though. Just off the way he handled Canelo. Oh, Eddie Kane said he'd give it a draw. Yeah, you know, these are all hypotheticals. These are all fantasy fights. Bud versus Winky Wright. That'd be a good one. Winky's defense, it would definitely go into the cards. I'm giving it to Bud over Wink, though. And Winky from DC too. Even though he fought out of Florida, that nigga was in DC until high school, all the way through high school. Bud versus Prime B Hop. Woo, that's a good one. I'm giving Bud the edge. I'm giving Bud the edge against B Hop though. I'm giving Bud the edge over B Hop. Great fight though. Great fight. Ben Baker. Yeah, I think Triple G beat Canelo and got robbed in that first one. Yeah, real talk, Blim. Blim knowledge, real talk. Bud was stopping people, especially at 47. At 47, that's when he was at his best. At 42, at 40, he was like that. Life is good. You called a good one, bruh. Bud versus James Lights Out Tony. Styles make fights. And that would have been one hell of a fight, bro. That would have been one hell of a fight. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna rank that one as tough because Styles make fights. You know, and Lights Out version of the Philly Shell was not Floyd Mayweather's version of the Philly Shell. Lights Out had a more aggressive shell, man. His shit was aggressive as fuck. Yeah, Tony was different. Facts. Facts. Tony was different. Threes. He's saying, yeah, Sweet Pea was robbed, bro. He was robbed a couple of times. I definitely thought he beat Chavez. The De La Hoya fight too. That was close, but yeah, I would have gave him that. Yeah. Bud at 47 was the real deal. Yo, Rob James, I answered the Calzaghe. I got Bud over Calzaghe. Eddie Kane. Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane. Boom. So now we're tired. There's an elephant in the room. What does boxing bring to the table now? on. Juice in my cup. What's good, man? Yeah, now it's up to the youngins. It's up to the youngins. I mean, Tank got to come back. The lane is open for him to come back. Boxing wants that nigga back. Real talk. Shakur got a chance to step it up. Definitely. Bud versus Trinidad, one deep. I'm giving it to Bud. I'm giving it to Bud. I think he could avoid Trinidad's best weapon, that left. I think he could avoid that hook. I think he could take that hook away from Trinidad the same way B Hop did. I think Bud could do to Trinidad what B Hop did to Trinidad. Facts. Yep, Blim, we on the same page. I think he'll do the exact same thing B Hop did to him. Like Bud's IQ is just like that. It's like that. Ron Deasy, what's good, man? Yeah, Tito's jab was legit, but it was that hook. That hook was the killer. Bud versus De La Hoya. Who y'all got? Bud versus Oscar De La Hoya. Who y'all got? I'm gonna give the edge to Bud over Oscar, bro. And Oscar was a bad mofo, man. Oscar wasn't no joke. Why can't? That's a fact. You want him to come out of retirement, you gotta have at least 100 M's on you. You want Bud to come out of retirement, you gotta pull up with at least 100 M's. Crunch time, what's good? Say Tito was the reason you started boxing. Tito was an exciting dude to watch, bro. Like Tito would get dropped, get up, and whip your ass. It was a regular thing for him. It was kind of like when you see him get dropped, you'd be like, oh shit, they done made him mad. They done made him mad. Like Tito was fun to watch. Tito Trinidad, fun to watch, bro. Like I was in Madison Square Garden when he knocked out William Joppy. DC was in the house deep, baby. We was in there deep. But so was Puerto Rico. The motherfuckers was beating on them drums. Tito, Tito. Brrr. Like, damn, that shit was lit. Yeah, life is good. I thought he broke Joppy neck. Haha, crunch time. You hated B Hop. B Hop did his thing. Like, and that's why I got Bud beating Trinidad. Because I think he could take away that hook the same way B Hop did. B Hop took away that hook, bro. Bud versus Aaron Pryor. Fire fight. Fire fight. Bud versus the Hawk. Aaron Pryor got popped a lot by them dogs. I think it definitely goes to the cards. I got Bud edging them out. But Aaron Pryor was no joke. Rob James, I saying, be honest now, Bud over Roy Jones in the prime. Roy Jones, a prime. Nobody beats a prime Roy Jones. From 60 to 75, nobody beats a prime Roy Jones. In my opinion, prime Roy Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. 901 Dre. Yeah, Aaron Pryor was cold. He was all offense though. He was all offense. Yeah, threes. They was lit that night in the garden, bro. That shit was off the chain. Yeah, Pryor versus Bud. That'd be a damn good. That'd be a war. I give it to Bud though. Yeah, Ron Deasy, Roy Jones was just a different animal, bro. A completely different animal. Yo, Rob James. Yo, across the pond, they're correct. He say, I'm from England. I'm from England school. To every British fighter says Roy Jones is the best ever. I agree. A prime Roy Jones the best ever, but I still say Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the greatest fighter of all time. It's a tie between them two to me, but I get an edge to Floyd because of the 50 and 0. Because of the 50 and 0. That's it. But if Roy had retired undefeated, he would be the greatest fighter of all time over Floyd, in my opinion. Clifton Dennis, my favorite Haniac. What's good? As far as I'm concerned, Bud is the favorite, is the best boxer along with Mayweather. I don't care who you got. Let's debate it. I mean, like I was saying, Clifton. I got Floyd over Bud. I got Roy Jones over Bud. I got Sugar Ray Leonard over Bud. And right now, I forgot Ray Robinson. That's a tough one. Ray Robinson, like I want to say Ray Robinson, but I can't say that with. Hey, hold on. Let me put the charger on this bitch. Because like the older I get, the more I appreciate Sugar Ray Robinson, right? And I'm actually able to find more and more of his fights. So I know Sugar Ray Robinson was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Robinson was not to be taken lightly at all. At all. True dog in every sense of the word, right? But I'm gonna give it to I would give Bud the edge kind of, but I really can't call it. I can't call Hagler and I can't call Ray Robinson. Bud over either one of them. But just me saying that is saying how high of esteem I got Terrence Crawford. Yeah, Ron Deasy. Floyd was a master of adjustments. Nobody was better than Floyd, bro. Crunch time, Manny Pacquiao. I got Bud over Manny. Bud was going to beat Manny. That's why Bob Arum kept him from having that fight. Bud would have beat Manny. Bud would have knocked Manny Pacquiao out, in my opinion. One deep. Bud versus Emmanuel Augustus, master of the drunken master. That would have been a fun fight. I got Bud in that. I got Bud over the drunken master. Your favorite barber, Bud over Roy. That Glenn Johnson knockout broke my heart. That wasn't the same Roy. That wasn't prime Roy. Going up to heavyweight. All right, so I'm gonna keep it real. Getting juiced up for heavyweights and then going back down to light heavy messed Roy Jones up. He lost his athleticism doing that. He lost his speed and athleticism. All facts. That was primarily what his whole style was based on. Johnny Clark. Yeah. Yo, we talked about this one earlier, right? Tommy Hearns, offensive juggernaut. Wicked jab, right hand from hell, right? Footwork, in and out, long, fast hands, good footwork. His weakness was his chin. And for that, I got Terrence Crawford over Tommy Hearns. Strictly off a chin, strictly off that chin. GXTV, what's good? Yeah, I got Floyd over Bud, definitely. Definitely. Pretty boy, especially. Money for sure. Brad Wilson, what's good? Yeah. So I'm trying to look for more fighters I could put over Bud. So right now, like I say, right now, Roy Jones definitely, Floyd Mayweather most definitely, Sugar Ray Leonard most definitely, Sugar Ray Robinson probably, Marvin Hagler probably, but I can't call it. So Bud, because I can't call him two, he's at least top 5 so far. Until y'all can tell me somebody that can take him down. Bud versus Michael, second to none. I got Bud in that. And the Bud versus James Toney fight will be fire. Styles make fights, right? James Toney could probably beat Bud. But, I ain't going to call that because that was a toss-up. But Styles make fights. Gerald McClellan, yeah. Whoo, you going back. You going back. Good fight. That's a good fight. Johnny Clark was good. Crunch time. Prime Kodo, that'd have been a dog fight. I got Bud edging that one out. VMS, middleweight Bernard Hopkins. I got Bud over B-Hop. Like I seen the way Jermaine Taylor was giving B-Hop problems, right? So I could see Bud giving him similar problems. Yeah, I'm looking like Bud is at least top 5, man, so far. Yeah, y'all give me some names. We got 3 definites on my card. I got 3 definites and three I can't call it. Bud versus Prime Winky. See, Wink was all defense. Winky was all defense with them long ass arms. He could put his arms up and it'll cover his whole body from the top of his head down to his waistline. Life is good. Floyd didn't have to fight the same fight as his father fought. Floyd came in the game ahead of them, all because of that era his father was in. Floyd was trained to be a pro when he was 2 years old. Floyd Sr. was training him in the crib. He had him throwing combinations as a baby. You know what I'm saying? Grabbing his, you know what I'm saying, when the baby holds your fingers. Floyd Sr. doing that, having him throw 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a 5, 6, whoop, whoop, right? He's doing that as a baby. Second nature. Yeah, Dirk, I got Bud edging it out over Ward in a chess match. And what would be a boring fight? That would be a boring fight. Oh, Bud knocking Kelly Pavlik out, Slim. One deep. Bud knocking Kelly Pavlik out. Clifton Dennis, who's the best fight you saw live? Good question. I seen Tank live. I seen B-Hop live. It's between them two, Tank and B-Hop. GXTV, Benavidez a Bud. That's not fair. That's not fair right now. Benavidez beats the shit out of Bud right now. We can't really do a prime for prime with that one. Clifton Dennis. Oh. Said have him put it in the chat. The best fight. Who the best fighter you saw live, Clifton Dennis? I told you, I seen Tank Davis and B-Hop. Best two I seen live. Yeah, life is good. Pavlik wasn't no joke. Yeah, he caught Jermaine Taylor slipping. We seen what B-Hop did to him though, right? Yeah, Bud puts him to sleep, fight biz. Facts. Life is good. The Mexican monster could fight light heavy if he wanted to. He's fighting light heavy. He's in the light heavyweight division right now. He done had 3 fights up there. Eddie Kane. I haven't heard somebody say Kelly in I don't know how long. Yeah, that's a throwback. I seen Kelly Pavlik. I was in Atlantic City when B-Hop whipped his ass. I was there. Oh shit. Rob James, Bud versus Prince Nassim Hamed. They wasn't the same weight class. Too little. Too little. Well, Bud, I think his lowest weight was 35. Nas ain't never make it to 35. Too little. Your favorite barber. You're right. Roy should have went out undefeated. I met Roy before he sold that man that a humble living legend. Boom, boom. A solid man, a humble living legend. Facts. Yeah, Roy a real one. Zed Brooks Multimedia met with Roy, interviewed him and everything. Crunch time, Bud over Duran. The only weight Duran will beat Bud in is 35. I would give Duran the edge at 35, but if they go to 47, I'm going with Bud. WMS, you wild. Yeah, Nas a super heavyweight now. You wild. Dr. Dreadlock, I give Bud the edge over Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane fought with his hands down too much. I give him the edge. Sugar Shane wasn't no joke. Joaquin, Marcos Maidana, I'm gonna give Bud the edge. But Bud would turn that aggression against him. Bud would turn Maidana's aggression against him. Like, he can't fight Bud the same way he fought Floyd or AB. Bud different. I got Bud in that. GXTV. Bud over Boots all day. All day. Bud beats Boots now. Tory and Kirk, people around Bud's age would never give him credit. The fact that you had a whole promotion company ducking that man. Crazy work. Rico Terry, Bud versus Prime, Aaron Pryor. We talked about that. Aaron Pryor was all offense. I think Bud had a little more in his bag. Yeah, life is good. Like the way Vernon Forrest had Shane number, I think Bud would have had that number too. Facts. Eddie Kane Jr. Yeah, any forward brawler getting that work from Bud. Facts. But a technical fight is a toss-up. I ain't mad at that one. That's why I can't say he beats Floyd, Roy Jones, or I said Floyd, Roy, Sugar Ray Leonard. David Diaz, Bud could have run the Canelo fight back. I think he wants 100 M's to do it though. Because you got to remember, he got 50, Canelo got 150. But Canelo deserved it. Canelo was a bigger name with the doper resume. He was the face of boxing. He deserved that 150 M's, right? So Bud is saying, I beat him. Give me my 100 M's. Plus Turkey waved his finger in my face, telling me, don't retire, boy. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to wave your finger in my face, try and tell me what to do. When I ask you for my 100 M's, you don't want to give it to me. Guess what? I'm retired. I got nothing to lose. Bud versus Mayorga. You wouldn't have loved to see that. It would have been a beatdown. Mayorga not skilled enough for a Terence Crawford. Life is good. Bud not taking that shot from Duran like he took from Mean Machine. I mean, that's why I said at 35, I'll give the edge to Duran. I think the best three lightweights, right? Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather Jr., Roberto Duran, and Gervonta Tank Davis, top three lightweights. Tank versus Bud, GXTV at 35. That's a good one. That's a good one. At 35, it ain't no walkthrough for Bud at 35. If we talking prime, like Terrence Crawford, the same Terrence Crawford who was at 35 fighting a prime Gervonta Tank Davis at 35, you can't call that like you can't just say Bud gonna whip his ass because a prime Tank is a killer. Crunch time against Chavez at 35. That's a hard fight, but I still give Bud the edge. But that's a hard. Chavez at 35, killer. At 47, Bud for sure. At 40, Bud for sure. David Diaz. I don't know what the negotiations were, but Canelo said he wanted to fight Bud again by the summer. Yeah, he wanted it in September, Mexican Independence Day. But Bud could have said 200 million. He A-side, and he got room to work with. Facts. Get that man his 100 M's. I think he wants 100 M's to make that fight happen. Clifton Dennis say, Tank Davis is crazy, Scooter. The best lightweight. Come on, man. We never seen him fight anybody other than Ryan. I'm just saying my opinion, bro. My opinion. I think we got to thank Floyd Mayweather for that. The same reason we ain't really see Bud fight a lot of people, but Bud went ahead and made that shit happen. So I'm just going skill for skill and talent level. Like at 35, I got Duran, right? At Duran and Tank, that's a tough one, but I seen Duran get knocked out, but not at 35, right? And like Pretty Boy Floyd, the greatest lightweight of all time. Nobody beating that dude. Nobody's beating that dude. Prime Hector Macho Camacho. That's a good fight, man. Puerto Rico's own. I'm giving Bud the edge in that. Keith Thurman, I'm going with Bud. Life is good. You say none of these new fighters would have retired undefeated in the past? Does that include Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Rico Terry, Benny Leonard, and Joe Gans. Lightweight greats. Okay. One deep. Bud versus Robert Garcia at 35 would have been a good fight. Yeah, it would have been a good fight. I'm going with Bud in that though. Yeah, yo. Yeah, my Bud against Hector Macho Camacho is a good fight. It's a good fight. I'm giving Bud the edge though. Life is good. Floyd gets beat up by Sugar Ray. Which Sugar Ray? Robinson or Leonard? GXTV. Salvador Sanchez versus Bud. Now, that's a good fight. That's a damn good fight. I like the way Sanchez got down for his. I'm giving Bud the edge in that though. Life is good. Against Leonard. Yeah, man. I could. Yeah, like I ain't got Bud beating. I ain't got Bud beating Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. I ain't got Bud beating Sugar Ray Leonard. Floyd Mayweather though, that's a tough fight. Cause I seen what Floyd Senior was able to do, right? And he just didn't have the abilities to like finish it. Pretty boy Floyd against Ray at 35 is a hell of a fight. That's a dog fight. Because that version of Floyd is a killer. Money May against Ray is a tough fight in terms of this. I don't think he would be able to pot shot Ray to win. But it ain't gonna be no knockouts, right? He would have to do more than pot shot Ray. He would have to throw combinations and gamble to beat Ray at 47 especially. But I've seen Ray get played at 47 by Duran, right? I seen chinks in his armor at 47. So I just can't give that to Ray though, to Floyd. That's why I'm gonna give Floyd the edge. Crunch time. Hank Armstrong, Henry Armstrong. Yeah, he's a GOAT. The Willie Thomas, what's good, man? I'm gonna give Bud the slight edge over Hank Armstrong, though. David Diaz, from the outside looking in, it looks like Crawford is a money motivated type of person. He thinks he made enough to live comfortably. He could have made a lot more if he wanted to. Facts. Facts. Yeah. Crawford is really like when he was doing that samurai shit, he really built like that. For him, it's about honor. Crawford is a man of honor, bro. He one of them type of dudes. But I can see it because his dad was a military man. So I can see him being about honor, bro. That's what it's about with him. Lawrence Tao say Floyd can't beat Sugar. Ha 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 ha. We can make the argument. Can make the argument. Like Floyd Mayweather's the GOAT in my opinion. Just my opinion. But like I say, he wouldn't be able to pot shot Sugar Ray Leonard at 40. His best bet would be at 47. That would be Sugar Ray's best bet. At 35, Ray not seeing him. At 40, Ray not seeing him. At 47 is Ray's best chance. And I think he would, because Ray threw combinations, and Floyd would have to throw them combinations back, right? But the thing about Floyd is when he had to, he did. Your favorite barber, no glazing. I promise, but Tank Davis is a generational youngin. Brought me back to the sport of boxing. He just had a hater in his way that made some bad decisions. But Tank is generational. I agree. That's why I say, especially at 35. If we talking all-time lightweights, you got to mention Tank Davis, in my opinion. WMS. Bud versus Terrible Terry Norris. Good fight. I'm going with Bud. I'm going with Bud over Terrible Terry Norris. Good fight, though. Clifton Dennis. What's your P for pound? What's your pound for pound without Bud? Floyd Mayweather Jr., Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard. Have to go Sugar Ray Robinson. And number 5 fluctuates. I got to think about that 5. I got to think about that 5. But that's the top 5. I can give you a Mount Rushmore. Floyd, Roy, Ray, and Ray. I mean, yeah, Ray and Ray. Life is good. Tank is another one that is cut from that old school cloth. They don't make them anymore. Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny cut different. Yeah. Tank that dog, bro. Tank is a dog. That's why I say at lightweight, I'm gonna give Tank his props for being one of the GOATs at lightweight. He's up there at lightweight, in my opinion. I don't think, but at lightweight, I think these niggas beat Tank, right? At lightweight, at 35. Floyd beats him. Pretty Boy definitely beats him. Sweet Pea beats him. Duran, that's a toss-up. That's a tough, because I seen Duran get chin checked. That one's too tough to call. But there's gonna be a lot of people that get mad at me and say Duran edges him out, right? But I've seen Duran get flatlined. I've never seen Tank get flatlined. Tank actually has one of the greatest chins at lightweight. Tank Davis got one of the greatest chins in lightweight history, Slim. Clifton Dennis. Oh my God. Tell Tank to take a fight. I think he's coming back to boxing and we're going to see him fight. I really think we're going to get that Shakur fight. We're going to see him fight Shakur eventually. And Joaquin, Tank has high discipline for pain. Yeah, but life is good. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Hearns flatlined Duran, bro. But that was at a higher weight. That wasn't at 35. But I see me and Zed Brooks Multimedia had this debate. I see Tank carrying that type of power at 35. I think he carries enough power to flatline Duran. But the thing is, Duran's skills. I think his style will play right into Tank eventually. I think Tank got what it takes to beat Duran at 35. I'm going to stand on that. But I'm not going to call it like that, though. I'm going to stand on it. But yeah, you got Floyd, you got Sweet Pea, you got Duran, you got Javante Tank Davis, love it or hate it, in there at 35, right? So, I mean, like, let's just keep it real. Juice in my cup. Bill said they want to fight you. You seen that interview on the Boxing Voice? Which interview? What you talking about, Juice in my cup? I think Tony beat Iran Barkley, man. I think so. I got to check that out. Yeah, Bill is real confident in Devin Haney right now that Mickey Bay is back. So they've always said they wanted Tank. But my thing is, are they going to do what it takes to fight Tank? Which means they're going to have to come down and wait. You have to leave 47, come to at least 40, and there will be a rehydration clause, my nigga. Sorry to say it. But is he willing to do what it takes to fight Tank? I don't think so. Tank is not going to fight Devin Haney at 47. Not going to happen. Clifton Dennis, prime Roy Jones versus prime Mexican Monster at 75. Give me Roy. Give me Roy 10 out of 10 times. I'm taking Roy in that. Juice in my cup. Yeah, they do want to fight Tank. They want to fight. But like I say, will they do what it takes to fight him? Which is come down and wait and accept the rehydration clause. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do it. Yeah, man. So I'm glad y'all in here rocking with me now, cause like I'm trying to knock Bud out of the top 5 pound for pound. I can't do it yet. I haven't found any way to knock him out of that top 5 pound for pound. It looked to me like he's there in that top 5. Yeah, life is good. Facts. Bill is a politician. All talk. You better keep Mickey Bay around. I think they pretty much settled on that. I think Bill, like, he made his mistakes. He got his son beat up and almost cost him his career twice. So, like I think he knows better now. Yo, Dirk, that's a fact. Tank feel like he's the A-side, and you got to come to his weight. When it come to Tank versus most people in the game, he is the A-side. If we talking like people who want to see you fight, if casual fans, money generated, he's the A-side. 901 Dre, Keyshawn remind me of Bud for some reason. I mean, they got the same trainer. I think Bud a little more skilled than Keyshawn, but Keyshawn that dog. Keyshawn's problem is his mental. One deep. Now that's not off topic, fam. Say, do you think Shakur losing to Lopez will make him a better fighter or worse? Depends on how he loses. He get knocked out, worse. He loses to the cards, he gonna become better. Shakur is a boxing. He's a brilliant boxing mind, bro. Shakur like that. Life is good. Shakur loses to T.O. They better put him on suicide watch, huh, man? 72-hour suicide watch. Oh, yeah, he gonna cry big time, bro. He gonna throw a temper tantrum. If Shakur loses on the cards, look for a temper tantrum in the ring. GXTV, Madonna will beat Shakur. Madonna fights the way you gotta fight Shakur. I give you that. Madonna fights exactly how you gotta fight him. Yeah, why can't he will throw a full-blown 2-year-old temper tantrum in that ring. Look, yo, and if the referee do something he don't like, look for a repeat of Zab Judah versus Costa Zoo. Shakur gonna try to grab the referee by his throat. Real talk, crying he don't like to lose. Facts. If the referee if Shakur gets dropped, right, and the referee stops the fight, Shakur is gonna attack the referee. I guarantee you, he's gonna attack the referee. He's gonna do the exact same thing Zab Judah did when the ref stopped the fight on him. Hell yeah, bro. He grabbed him dude by the throat, WMS. Shit was crazy. He threw the stool, grabbed the nigga by the throat. Zab was heated, bro. Zab was heated. I don't know where Zab at, man. I sent him the link. Roy Jones, Sugar Ray 2, Floyd, Ali, Sugar Ray 1, Hagler. That's 6. All right, Clifton Dennis. I like your list. I like your list. Your list is fire. I don't put heavyweights on my list. If I do heavyweight rankings, I rank the heavyweights by themselves. They get their own list because they different. Like it's like once you over 200 pounds, there's no weight, there's no rehydration clauses. You ain't got to worry about making weight, none of that shit. You take them as they come at that point. Heavyweights are different. Yeah, Zab crashed out big time on that one. Big time. Yeah, yo, Jack Johnson, my guy. Jack Johnson's my guy. Yeah. He's my favorite heavyweight of all time. Like you got Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. You know, these are my guys. Ghost, you trolling. That's what's up, Ghost. Keep trolling, nigga. Yeah, yo, when Mike crashed out, they was like he was surrounded by cops. That shit was crazy. When he bit off Holyfield's ear, that was the ultimate crash out in the boxing ring, yo. Biting the nigga's ear off and spitting it out, then biting the other ear. Whoa, that shit was insane, bro. GXTV, Floyd versus Madrimov. Floyd, easy. Easy. Derek Lennox Lewis is up in there. I used to hate on Lennox Lewis, but I give him his props now. He definitely one of the greats at heavyweight great. Life is good. Yep, Larry Holmes, prime Larry Holmes was that dude. He definitely in the top 5. We got Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes. Shoot, man, you can name it. Name them. I like Usyk. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Lennox Lewis, yeah. I like Usyk though. I fuck with Usyk. Yeah, Lennox Lewis could be in that top 5. For me, the top 5 floats. I got a Mount Rushmore and the top 5 will float, depending on how I'm feeling. Rob James said George Foreman one of the 70. He was 40, nigga. Stop, man. You wild. You wild. Yo, George Foreman, he was a heavy-handed dude. I like him as a fighter, even as a person, but he's not in my top 5. Life is good. Say Usyk loses to them all. It's arguable. Usyk is a very skilled heavyweight, bro. Super skilled. You got to put Holyfield up there too, right? You can't sleep on the real deal. GXTV, you hilarious. I take Duran over Lamont Roach 10 out of 10 times. Your favorite barber. Sugar Ray, Bud, and Floyd are the best non-heavyweight fighters I've ever seen. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, Rob James. Big George Foreman movie was dope. I fucked with that. Holyfield versus Usyk. It's going to the cards. It's going to the cards. That's a damn good one. I can't call it. I can't call it. I would say I would give Usyk the edge, but I can't call it because Holyfield was that dog. Crunch time, Butterbean. Butterbean is like one of the ultimate tough guys in boxing. He's a boxing tough guy. Tommy Morrison, he ain't really had no chin. Once he started getting chin checked, it was a wrap. Rob James. I mean, like Lomachenko, he not in my top 5. I'm trying to think of people that could beat Terrence Crawford. Like that's what the topic is, right? I don't think Lomachenko beats Terrence Crawford at 35. I don't see it. I got Bud beating him. Like you saw what Salido did to him. Bud could get down like that. But Bud got many, like, but Bud has a tool chest, an arsenal. He could bring it to Lomachenko. Like all that Matrix shit wouldn't have worked on Bud. GXTV, De La Hoya versus Bud at 54. That's a good one, right? That's a good one, right? I definitely got Bud at 47. He only did one fight at 54, right? So that's a tough one to call. But I got Bud over De La Hoya. At 54, I can't call it because Bud didn't fight enough at 54. Juice in my cup. Loma wasn't a true 135-pounder. Yo, One Deep. That's real talk, bro. One Deep say top rank dropped the ball with Shakur versus Loma. That could have been made. Yo, real talk. I don't know why they went Devin Haney to get Loma and not Shakur. Crazy work. It was because Devin Haney took 23%. That's why. That was the only reason. He agreed to take 23%. Bud beats Manny Pacquiao, fam. In my opinion, Bud beats Manny Pacquiao at 35, 40, 47. He beats him in all those weights, in my opinion. Not only that, Bud knocks him out. Bud knocks Manny Pacquiao out. Yo, Dirk, Holyfield too big for Terence Crawford. Too big for him. Yeah, he's way too big. Holyfield way too big for Terence Crawford. Yeah, Barrera and Morales. Yo, two warriors. Two warriors. WMS, Bud versus Paul Williams. That'd be a good fight. But I keep going to the Sergio Martinez fights with Paul Williams. Like, you see the way Paul kept falling for the pull? He was catching, like, he kept pulling Paul in and catching him with the overhand. Terence Crawford would clean Paul Williams' clock. And Paul was my guy. SPL says Prime Pack stops Bud easy. Nope. No, he don't. No, he does not. Terence Crawford is that guy. He knocks Manny Pacquiao the fuck out, in my opinion. Yeah, life is good. You met both of them? Yeah, I can see them solid because the way they fight, man, two warriors, man. Both of those guys got my respect. Yeah, Derek Holyfield wasn't a true heavyweight. He was a cruiserweight that moved up, just like Usyk. That's why that's a good fight. That's a good fantasy matchup, Holyfield versus Usyk, because they're both two cruiserweights who got pulled up to heavy. Yeah, life is good. Facts. He'll do them just like Marquez. Bud would do Manny just like Marquez did. And it wouldn't take Bud 5 fights to figure him out. Manny would have a rude awakening running up into Terence Crawford. And you know who knew that? Bob Arum knew that. That's why Bob Arum kept that fight from happening by any means necessary. Clifton Dennis say, so is Boots next or Shakur in the long run? I think right now the people who are primed to take over, Miss Joe Wett, what's good? Yo, the people who are primed to take over, Shakur is definitely in position, but I don't think he has the casual appeal. Keyshawn Davis was in that position, but his promoter sabotaged him after the crash out. He was supposed to keep him active. Tank, boxing wants him to come back, but we don't know which Tank is coming back. I mean, it's open. So now we gotta look at the youngins. Abdullah Mason, it's still early for him, but people want him to be great, but it's still a little bit early. I'm just talking about people who ain't heavyweights. Not all the non-heavyweights. David Benavidez is in a prime position to take over. Prime time position to take over. David Benavidez, I see, has right now the most potential to take over the game. Especially if he keeps fighting like he fought Yard. Real talk. David Benavidez is in prime position. Bam Rodriguez, I think he got a ways to go. Monster don't want to fight in the States. I think that's holding him back. Who else, man? I mean, man, the game, it's people out here in the game. The game is prime right now, bro. So I mean, Boots is afraid to be great. Boots is afraid to be great. That's been his holdup. Yeah, Miss Joette facts. Benavidez and Abdullah. Definitely Benavidez. Definitely Benavidez. I think Benavidez is in the best position, and he has two big fights in front of him. Better Biev and Bivol could be classics. He could solidify his greatness with those two fights. Life is good. I'll give Devin this. He's willing to fight anyone. Thanks to Floyd Sr. for making Devin who he is. Facts, bro. Thanks to Floyd Sr. for that. Floyd Sr. saw greatness written all over Dev. And Bill Haney fucked that up. Fucked it all up. Fucked it up big time. But yo, Devin Haney's biggest issue is the whole world saw him get mopped by Ryan Garcia. So unless he fights Ryan Garcia and whips his ass, he'll never be the face of boxing. The whole world saw him get his ass beat, no matter what that lawsuit said. And that's his biggest drawback. And that's his dad's fault. That's Bill Haney's fault. Clifton Dennis. I got to go with Shakur to be the best out of everyone for this era. Benavidez is doing things too. That's right, too dangerous. Benavidez, I'm telling you, Benavidez more so than Shakur because Benavidez can get casual fans. Shakur's like, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm doing Shakur a favor, right? By painting him as the bad guy. That's the only way he going to get casuals to watch him. I'm doing Shakur Stevenson a favor, and his people know that. His people know I'm doing him a favor by painting him as the bad guy. And Shakur cool with that. He just don't like me telling him to fight Keyshawn Davis. He hates when niggas say that shit. But that's why I say it. Get mad, nigga. Go ahead, get mad. Get mad. I think Keyshawn beats you. And I think you ducking him. But other than that, Shakur bad motherfucker. Life is good. Bill is today's Don King. Hilarious. Rob James. That Bill Haney is spoiling his son's press conference. Yo, Rob, I can't fake, man. I like hearing Bill talk that shit. He gives me great content. I don't hate Bill Haney. Bill Haney gives me great content, man. Billy the motherfucking snowman. Nigga, keep wilding out. Keep crashing out. Stay on the yak and the girl, allegedly. Right? I fuck with Bill Haney, man. Bill Haney is good for boxing because he's not boring. He's bad for his son as a trainer, but he's good for boxing and he's a great promoter. Yeah, life is good. I mean, I'm saying the same thing. I'm not saying that. Yo, Bill is a great father too, man. Facts. Facts. John Parham, what's good? Doobie Jones, salute. Yeah, Bill's only fuck up was taking over his head trainer. That was a major fuck up. Major fuck up. So his only fuck up was a major fuck up. But he fixed it. He fixed it with a lawsuit. Facts. Yeah, as a trainer, hell no. Life is good, facts. As a dad, yeah. As a promoter, yeah. As a trainer, no. No. Trash. Trash. So I think we pretty much established, man. Terrence Crawford is top five pound for pound of all time. I ain't heard nobody knock him off of 5 completely. Yo, WMS, facts, yeah. As long as they got Mickey Bay, Dev is back. Dev is back. And I think they're afraid of Shakur for some reason. Even at 47, I think they fear Shakur Stevenson. I think Mickey Bay sees something in Shakur that he don't want to test. I think Bill Haney also. Bill ain't talking that shit about Shakur Stevenson. Crunch time. You can say the same for Mama Schofield. He's putting the light on him, but yeah, like Floyd might need like a real head trainer. Life is good. Oh yeah, that was hilarious when you said that shit, man. Bill like the Chinese, man. We teach them how to cook soul food, and they fire your ass, and they still cooking soul food. He tried that shit with Mickey Bay. That shit was food poisoning for his son. Motherfucking food poisoning, my nigga. Doobie Jones. Why Bill and Mickey fall out for the first time? I think Bill want the spotlight. I don't know that for sure, but I think it's Bill's ego, and he wants the spotlight. John Parham, yeah, Shakur just different, man. He different. Fonz B, casual fans ain't checking for Bud, right? Well, the casual fans saw him beat Canelo Alvarez. That's all they had to see. One Deep say Shakur needs to learn how to talk shit. Yeah, that's not his nature, Parham. I can see that. He do talk. Shakur, he moves like a snake, right? So I think Shakur need niggas like me to point out how much of a snake he is, so we can sell him as the bad guy. I'm not bullshitting with y'all. Shakur people love what I'm doing. Shakur, I'm gonna say it again. Shakur Stevenson's peoples fuck with me. They reach out all the time and they tell me, keep doing what you doing. We love you, man. Like real talk. They love what I'm doing. Life is good. You wild. You said Bill put pork in the greens. Inshallah. And threw some pork in the greens. Threw pork in the greens and said, Inshallah. Hey, yo, One Deep. The best shit talk I seen Shakur do was to the fans. When he says, fuck the fans, he's, man, fuck y'all. Fuck the fans. Yo, that shit made me fuck with that nigga, honestly, bro. When that nigga said fuck the fans, I said, oh, this nigga's hilarious. I like that shit when he said fuck the fans. I kind of that's me. That I guess that's my sick mentality, right? I respected that shit. I'm not saying it was smart, but I respected the boldness of that shit. Fuck the fans. I'm gonna fight how I fight. Y'all don't know boxing. Fuck y'all casuals. That was some wild shit to say. Your favorite barber, Bill invented the brick hand, and his ass, we can't tell him nothing, right? He's a world class trainer. Yeah. Bill is kind of delusional. He's very delusional. But I think Dev getting like beat the fuck up, especially in the Garcia fight, kind of brought him back down to earth. Yep, Dirk, the fans will pay to see you lose. That's why the best way for Shakur to sell fights is to make people hate him. Be the bad guy. And that's why they saying he need to learn. That's why One Deep is saying he need to learn how to talk shit. Because in order to make people hate you, they got to be disgusted by the shit you saying and doing. And then they'll love to hate you if they pay to see you lose and you can't lose. So, but yeah, he's got to figure out a way to definitely be the bad guy. Like, he's got to embrace that shit. Yeah, life is good. Yeah, his hometown walked out on him. Like, he was just expecting his hometown to love him, man. But casuals don't fuck with that style, bro. They don't. Only real fight fans can actually see what Cool is doing and respect it. Floyd gave the blueprint for boxing. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Johnson Island, what's good? Yeah, life is good. Floyd was hated. The Mexicans, not all, but the majority, 98% hated Floyd. And he was the Mexican assassin. And Floyd, that's how Floyd wanted it. That's exactly how Floyd wanted it. The most profitable boxing fans in North America are Mexican fans. If they hate you, they'll pay to see you lose. And that's what he did. And Floyd was like, I'm fighting Mexicans. And like, facts. Yo, one deep facts. Yo, they hate to see a cocky black American talking big shit and backing it up. They can't see. The world hates that shit for some reason. The world hates that shit. Yo, Rob James, who you talking about? A certain someone hasn't got a mention. Oh, Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe. When I had my barbershop back in Silver Spring, Riddick Bowe pulled up a couple times. Real nigga, man. Real nigga. I fuck with Riddick Bowe. Real nigga. Great champion. Nah, I don't got. He was a champion. He earned his spot, right? And them Holyfield fights were legendary. Bowe was kind of lazy with it. Leonard, yo, Usyk is definitely in my top 10 heavyweights, probably top 5 heavyweights. But that's a probable, I'm saying, like playing spades. Probable, a possible. It's a possible, but definitely top 10. Oh yeah. I remember that fight. Bo Holyfield, the dude came in with the parachute. They whipped his ass in the stand. They whipped his ass in the audience, man. You go back and watch that. One of the security guards was beating that man with a walkie-talkie. Rob James. Tyson said in the interview he didn't want to fight Bo. The thing about Mike Tyson, bro, Tyson, my guy, right? But Tyson just be saying what, like, he freestyle that shit. Tyson don't think about nothing he says. He just be saying shit in the moment, right? So he was feeling good about Riddick Bowe that day and just said that shit. But Tyson know goddamn well he would have fought Riddick Bowe for the money. Tyson was insane, bro. Tyson was legally insane, my nigga. Like, that man needed psych meds because he was a danger to the community. Yeah, Lennox did beat him in the amateurs. Life is good. Lennox did beat Riddick Bowe in the amateurs. And when Tyson fought Lennox Lewis, Tyson was on the meds. Because remember, he had nutted up in that press conference. I think he bit Lennox Lewis in the press conference. GXTV. I'm not gonna call Usyk a great white hope. I think Usyk is a great champion, bro. I like the way he fight. I fuck with Usyk. I definitely fuck with Usyk. I mean, yeah, Prime Tyson, Rob James beats Lennox Lewis. Unfortunately for Mike, he was past his prime and on them psych meds when he got Lennox. Lennox whipped that ass. Your favorite barber, Bo not fighting Lewis hurt his legacy. I agree. I think Lewis would have beat him too, though. I think Lewis would have beat him. Yeah, Derek, you remember that shit? Mike was wild at that press conference, bro. He was wilding out. Mike always been a wild boy, man. Mike always been dangerous, always been a wild boy, always been a danger to the community. If Mike Tyson, when he's telling the truth, if not for boxing, he'd probably be doing life in prison. He'd be a danger to niggas on the inside. Mike Tyson is a dangerous person, bro. He just is. Life is good. Yeah, Mike said he would P. Diddy that white boy in the crowd, and he really would. He really would. He really would, bro. Mike Tyson is a danger to the community, bro. Boxing took Mike off the streets. Like niggas like Mike Tyson is the reason they gear the prison industrial complex towards us. But niggas like Mike Tyson, problem. Yo, Jewel, that's what's a fact. I think Dana White is going to use that TKO fighting promotion to make Callum Walsh the Great White Hope. Yeah, Dana White, he knows how to play to YT supremacy. He knows how to play to that. He does. And that's his marketing strength. Like, I still think he resents John Jones for being the greatest fighter of all time. He don't like that shit. He definitely does not like that shit. Yeah, Cuss was definitely one of the greatest trainers, Derek. Bar none. Cuss, Emmanuel Stewart, like facts. Johnson Allen. John Jones owns the UFC. They kind of hedged that nigga. He does not get the props he deserves, right? And they tried to use the Drew guys against him, but their biggest star, Conor McGregor. You can't tell me dude wasn't yacked and girled out his mind, bro. Conor McGregor was out of his mind, bro. But they made him the star, and they were suspending John Jones. And you can't tell me that don't got nothing to do with YT supremacy. John Jones is a victim of having a YT supremacist, allegedly, as the main dude running UFC. John Jones was penalized for being black. I'm telling y'all some real, and y'all know I don't pull the race card. So if I call it, I'm calling how I really see it. I do not pull the race card, Slim. The only reason they were penalizing John Jones is because the color of his skin, bro. He was supposed to be hyped up and promoted. But Dana D.V. White did not want no N-words to be the face of his league. That's all it was. That's all it was. He did not want no N-words to be the face of the UFC. Yep, Fonz B, Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, bad motherfucker, man, right? That's another thorough dude. And I'm going to tell y'all, who got me in the UFC? Rampage Jackson, bro. Quentin Rampage Jackson. I really wasn't into that shit until I seen a real nigga in there. Quentin Rampage Jackson is the dude that got me really into UFC. And I've been watching since UFC 1. I remember UFC 1, no weight classes, multiple fights in one night for the same fighter. People getting their teeth kicked out, right? People like getting like brain injuries. There was one, they had this martial artist fighting a boxer, right? They both lost, right? The martial artist won because he pinned the boxer down and took him out with headbutts, my nigga. Like that was lethal. But he couldn't continue to fight because the boxer was rabbit punching him. He had bleeding on the brain. So he crushed the black dude's face, but he had bleeding on the brain. Of course, the black dude was the boxer. UFC 1 was, you right, yo, Dirk, that shit was blood sport. I don't even think you could find this shit anywhere. If I find it on video, I'm grabbing it. UFC 1 was crazy work, bro. There was one, it was this French karate dude fighting this big black dude. He kicked that nigga's teeth out. All his fronts gone. Yo, UFC 1 was crazy work, bro. Crazy work. They had to calm that shit down. Because it wasn't just a matter of time for somebody died in the ring on that shit. Yo, Vic, what's good, fam? Yo, Fonz B. Pride was crazy, too. They had the dude, the axe murderer in that joint. That dude was, he was striking with wicked intent, right? And Rampage fought in Pride. Yo, Clifton Dennis, you seen them old clips of the UFC? UFC 1 and 2, crazy work. Crazy work. They were actually fight. That was fighting. They were fighting. Rob James, Kimbo Slice. Yeah, he was a street legend. But Kimbo wasn't ready for them boys on the next level. Kimbo would throw hands on the street. But when you get into that octagon, he wasn't ready for them boys, man. He was not ready for them boys, man. Different shit. I ain't got a YouTube. I tell you how we should rank Tank amongst the greats. We don't. Hilarious. Hilarious. But see, that's a part of the reason Tank still sell fights though, right? Because people love to hate him. So it just adds to his appeal. Yo, facts, Clifton Dennis, real talk. So I saw someone grab dude nuts, and that was legal. It was one, right? He was straight punching dude in the nuts. Like, bam, bam, because he had him on the ground. I think that was UFC 2 or 3. I'm not sure. But the first joints, if y'all, like, that shit was crazy work, bro. It was no such thing as MMA back then, right? That came along later. They developed that MMA style from them first joints. But it was just basically like blood sport. You come in with this style, what do? You do Kempo, you do Jiu-Jitsu, you do karate, you do all of this shit. And those are some real, that shit was like street fights. UFC 1 was just like a bunch of street fights, bruh, with niggas who can really fight. That's all that shit was. Rob James, I prefer Tank over Haney. Yeah, I got Tank over Haney too. Real talk, life is good. Said you had a homie who wrestled and boxed. That motherfucker was dang. Yeah, bro, you combine them two, you are deadly. You are deadly. I'm gonna tell y'all another style too that most niggas won't fight. It's that Burmese boxing. What they call that shit? Latuwea. They call it the sport of the 9 limbs because you can use your head. You can headbutt in that shit. Crazy work. Crazy work. Because them headbutts will catch the average nigga off guard. The average nigga will not be ready for a motherfucker that's gonna headbutt him. The average nigga don't want to get kicked. But you will not, especially somebody that knows how to headbutt, that could launch that joint right at you. Crazy work. Yeah, WMS, them joints do damage. Watch UFC 1. You watch this black boxer get destroyed by headbutts, bruh. He gets pinned to the ground and dude just keeps lunging his head at him. Bam, Bam, he fucked him up, bro. He fucked him up. One deep. With Tank versus Dev, it's hard because Tank does great against taller fighters, but Dev does amazing against short fighters. Yeah, it'll be a good fight. But I don't think the Haneys are gonna do what it takes to fight Tank. That's all I'm saying. I really don't. Yo, Dirk, I did a whole video about how Holyfield was headbutting Mike Tyson. I got 2 videos about that shit. Holyfield used his head, bro. He was dirty as fuck. And it wasn't against just Mike. It was against everybody. Now, I'm not giving Tank top 5 over Bud XCF carbs. I'm not doing that. Albert Patton, where you at, man? You deleted what you said? Why you retracted? I was about to read it. Fonz B. Fonz B says too big of a weight gap. But we talking about Zombie Haney, man. That nigga would shrink down to 35. He walk around at 185. Think about it. We talking Zombie Haney, man. But I think in order for that, if they really want to fight Tank, they got to come down to at least 40, and there will be a rehydration clause. There definitely will be. Oh yeah, Holyfield headbutted the shit out of Rockman. Dr. Dre, like I remember that. The size of that knot he put on that dude's head was crazy. Damian Brown, I gotta look it up, Brody. I gotta look it up. It's the holiday season. I got a lot going on. I still got some videos I gotta drop. I'm trying to have like a whole laundry list of videos for people for Christmas. Clifton Dennis. You talking about the Holyfield versus Mike Tyson video? Made you look at the fight differently? Yeah, Holyfield with low blows and headbutts, he was fucking Mike up. Oh, you was at that fight when Holyfield was headbutting Rockman? Yeah, that was crazy work, bro. Holyfield dirty. He's a dirty dude, bro. Yo, Clifton Dennis, I appreciate that, King. Salute, man. Salute, man. Jay, man, that's exactly why Mike bit his ear. Because Mills Lane was letting Holyfield fight dirty. Mike is like, fuck. If you watch it, Mike is telling Mills Lane the whole time, like, Slim, this nigga done headbutted me 3 times. Look at my eye. Look at my fucking eye, man. What the fuck? This nigga just punched me in the balls again. You ain't gonna say nothing? You ain't gonna take a point? All right, man, fuck this shit. I tell you, Mike Tyson is a danger to the community, right? Mike Tyson's like, okay, you think this is dirty? Watch how dirty I could get. This nigga started the round with no mouthpiece. He knew what he was gonna do. That shit was premeditated. He went in there knowing he was gonna bite this nigga's ear off, bro. I'm going to bite your ear off. And that's what he did. He took a chunk out of the nigga's ear, looked at him and spit it out in his face. And then justified that shit in the post fight. Yeah, but he got 2 ears. Now I only got 1 eye. Look at my eye. Right? You can let this motherfucker just headbutt me and I got 1 eye, man. He still got 2 ears. He hears shit. Right? A danger to the community, man. Thank God for boxing. It took a nigga like Mike Tyson off the streets. The average nigga would have had to put some, they would have had to put some hot ones in this nigga. Y'all know why Mike got locked up in Maryland? Y'all know why a 65-year-old man had a fender bender, rear-ended him, right? Mike Tyson jumped out the car talking shit, kicked that 65-year-old man in the nuts over a fender bender. A danger to the community, fam. Mike Tyson does not have it all, Slim. Life is good. Mike could have survived in the days of Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, Mike, yo, like real talk, Jay, and then punched him after that, like, and pushed him. He pushed him in the back. Like, what? You mad, nigga? You headbutting. Nigga, you headbutted me like 10 times in 2 fights. Mills Lanes ain't gonna do shit about it. Guess what? I am. I am. Your ear's over there. I wonder if somebody got a piece of Holyfield's ear as a souvenir. Yo, Daryl, I got a tank over Gary Russell. That's right, Dirk. He bit one ear off, a chunk of one ear, and then bit the other ear. Yeah, life is good. His family did because like Mike is trying to warn niggas. Jake Paul, like that's why Jake Paul is like a bad person, right? I mean, you paid him, right? But Mike said, I can't box. Boxing turns me into a different person, right? They need to get this nigga back on the toad venom, pump this nigga shrooms, psilocybin constantly, right? And keep him blowing that tree. Indica. The best indica there is to slow him down, man. You need to bring this nigga down some, bruh. Nigga, like you don't think like a normal person, Mike. Mike, you are not a normal person, man. Real talk, something wrong with you, Slim. Real talk, like that's for real. And Lennox Lewis benefited because they were not going to sanction Mike Tyson for any more boxing matches if he was off them. If he was off them psych meds, it's like hell nah. This nigga must. He the reason they make psych meds. Real talk, Joe Johnson Allen, the best of the indica, man, the stickiest of the icky, and them good hybrids. Real talk, because y'all done got Mike Tyson boxing again. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. And I ain't talking in the ring. I'm talking on the streets. Nobody's safe, no matter what race you are. Mike Tyson does not discriminate. He kicked a 65-year-old white man in the balls for a fender bender in Silver Spring, Maryland, Montgomery County, right? Mike Tyson don't give, anybody can get it when this nigga's off his meds, bro. Anybody can get it. Hey, yo, y'all remember when Mike had his podcast? He had Bootsy Shook on that joint? He was just say, yo, he told Bootsy, so I mean, like anybody when they're talking shit about people, right? They don't know about. So, what about you? Did you think you were homosexual? He told Bootsy this shit. He said, yo, do you think you're a homosexual? And this was Mike off the man smoking that loud, right? Bootsy rubbed him the wrong way for some reason. Hold up, y'all. My phone about to gosh this bitch. It's gonna switch over to the car, so it's gonna be a freeze. Oh, that's good. It's a connection there. That's good. So I'm just charging. It won't freeze up. On the streets, yeah. On the streets, yeah. On the streets, Mike Tyson was a danger for the streets, man. Mike Tyson was a danger to the community. Facts, all facts. Like you had like niggas like Mitch Green, right? They were bullies in their neighborhood. They were bullies in Harlem, right? Mike Tyson fucked that nigga up. You thought he could bully Mike Tyson, right? Mitch Green used to run niggas' pockets. What I find, I keep. He was one of them type of niggas, right? What I find, I keep. Pat niggas down. You think you gangster and Mitch Green walk up on you. What I find, I keep. Like, yeah, he tried to play Mike like that. Ain't happening, Slim. Ain't happening. J-Man said Doobie Jones, was Bud ever really the face though? And I'm gonna tell you what Floyd Mayweather said. Floyd Mayweather said for years that Terence Crawford is the best fighter in boxing. He's been saying that for over 10 years. Yeah, life is good. Yeah, Boosie shook. Boosie ain't no. That's the first time. And Boosie is a killer. Boosie's a killer. But he looked in Mike's eyes and said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Boosie been inside. You know, certain niggas, you look in their eyes like, this nigga will go there, Slim. That nigga, he looked in Mike's eyes. Boosie is a killer who rolled with killers. And he looked in Mike's eyes and said, oh, okay, you one of them, right? Boosie was shook. Boosie was shook, bro. Clifton Dennis, though, do you think he sent something within Boosie? I think he just wanted to test Boosie. I think he thought Boosie thought he was tough, right? Mike Tyson is different, bro. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Oh, he got a gay son. Then that's it. That's it. Then that's it. That explains it all. Cause you know he love his kids. So that's what Mike Tyson said. Yo, what about you, man? I think you a homosexual. Do you think you a homosexual? Yo, he just came with that shit out of nowhere. That shit was straight out of left field, Slim. Man, Mike Tyson wasn't in nobody's classroom, bro. Mike Tyson ain't go to school, Slim. Yo, Dirk, Mike Tyson went in the back of no. Mike Tyson went to school in jail. He went to reform school. Yeah, Boosie was stuck. Boosie ain't know what to do, bro. That shit came out of left field. Yo, is Mike about to turn up on me? Like, hold up. Nigga start checking for his heat. You know what I'm saying? This nigga about to turn up. You just ain't gonna be running up on me like that, Mike. I already see something. You about to go left, nigga? Where my shit at? Make sure I got this on me, bruh. Mike Tyson will make you nervous. He'll make you check to see if you got your stick on you, man. Mike Tyson will make you double check to see if you got that stick on you. Yeah, Mike ain't no joke, bro. Mike a real one. Mike ain't no joke. Oh yeah, Dirk. Yeah, he said he was one of them special kids. Yeah. He used to knock old ladies out. He used to help old ladies with their groceries, get them on the elevator and knock them out, run their pockets, take their purse. Old ladies. You ain't gotta knock an old lady out, Slim. You sick if you do that. You could just take her shit. Ain't nothing she could do. He knocked her out, Slim. He was knocking them out, bro. You're right. Special. He's a special case. But he says he was SA'd as a kid too, though. And so you know when that happens to kids, like they'll never be right, and they lose that empathy. Your life is good. You would have had to put a clip in him, and you probably wouldn't have went to jail either because of his record. Real talk. Mike is one of them ones. You're gonna check and make sure you got that thing on you. In case this nigga start nutting up. Yeah, Dirk, he says, yo, the kids that gave him the game were more dangerous. Yeah, you already know, man. Like, yeah, savage. Some real savages out here, man. Wherever there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of savages. Yeah, but salute to Mike Tyson, though, man. One of the best to ever do it. One of my favorite heavyweights of all time. you talking about, Clifton Dennis? Nah, come on. What you mean? You don't think Mike Tyson one of the best to ever do it? Prime Mike, Kid Dynamite, one of the best to ever do it. Once Cuss died, he still had it, but once he got rid of Kevin Rooney, it was a wrap. No more Prime Mike. So his prime was short. His prime was short-lived, but it was one hell of a prime though. Life is good. I'm telling you, Brownsville was a different place in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I believe you. Brooklyn gentrified now though. Niggas saying he from Brooklyn don't carry the same weight as it used to carry. Say Robin Givens undefeated, huh? Like, yo, I'm gonna keep it real, yo. I ain't even mad at Robin Givens. I know she was married to a nigga like Mike Tyson. She probably keeping some shit, like she probably protecting the nigga. It's probably some shit she seen that she never gonna say. Yeah, man. We had fun rocking with y'all today, man. I'm about to keep it moving. I'm coming back on tonight. Life is good. I'm keeping that. That's my word. I'm coming back on tonight. I'm gonna try to bring Zell Brooks Multimedia with me, man. But yo, man, salute to everybody in the chat. May God bless everything you do and may everything you do prosper. Peace.